Hello, my name is Ahuva Shweiki, and I would like to paint for you roses with a painting knife. There will be lavender roses. This is how the knife looks like. I have a larger one that looks like this. And then I have a smaller one that looks like this. I use the larger one when I do larger roses and the smaller one when I do smaller roses. Now, the composition of the rose, the way I see it, I have vine charcoal in my hand. I'm going to do for you a drawing of what I'm going to paint. There will be a bud right here, closed bud, then one that opened up a little bit, and right in here I'm going to have a rose. And the way I see a rose is it has a cup, and this cup has two handles and a saucer. And this is the structure of the rose the way I see it paint. Now for the colors that I have, I'm going to have a cobalt violet for my shadows, then cobalt violet with white, medium mix and a light mix. And for the leaves, I have sap green, the darker green. I have mix of sap green, white and yellow for the medium green. I have a mix of sap green, white and yellow with more white and yellow in the mixes to get light and highlight. And I also have a color here, white and viridian. Lavender looks very pretty with viridian, and since it's a decorative painting, I'd like to put some viridian colors in my painting. I'm going to take the large knife that I have, load the paint toward me, and start to put color where my rose is going to be. This is the shadow part of the rose. I'm going to put it, I spread the paint on the way we spread peanut butter and jelly on a slice of bread or butter on a slice of bread. And I make those areas slightly larger than what I think my buds or rose are going to end up. The shadows, I keep the colors thin because shadows are thin. This is smaller bud, larger one, and the rose itself. That's good. That's where my roses are going to be. For the bud, I load the paint toward me, put the paint there, and drag it like so. Wipe the knife. Now I'm going to do the one that's a little bit more open. Here's the center. Load the paint toward me, put the paint in different places in there, and then get the strokes done. There's one in the center, and the strokes are always pulled toward the area where the petals and the stem meet. I'm missing a little bit of a shade color here, so I'll introduce more background color right in there, and a little bit right in there. Now I did one stroke. Now I'm going to go ahead and do another stroke going from there, like this. Here's the bud, where the bud is, where the petal is attached to the stem right here. I'll wipe the knife, load my knife again toward me this time, put the knife right there, and get the stroke and lead the knife toward the area where the petal is attached to the stem. So I have my stem. Now sometimes the paint is so nice and soft, I can move it with the knife to go around, like it's going around the petal. That will be my bud. Here are some petals that are on the outside part of it, on the top. Now we're going to do the center. Paint, load the paint toward me, do the strokes of the center of the rose, and now I'm going to paint the cup. Put the paint right there and drag it. This is where the petal is attached to the stem, and this is where I'm stopping in here. Now I load the paint away from me this time because the stroke I'm going to do is going to be on this side. I'm going to go ahead and drag it this way toward where the stem is going to be. Now I'm going to put a stroke right there. So I'm loading the paint toward me, put the stroke right there, and drag it this way. Take the paint toward me and stroke. Load the paint toward me and stroke. Now, every time that I paint on the right side, I load the paint toward me. And I bring it to the area where the stem and the petal meet. Now I'm going to do the left side right here, so I load the paint away from me. I'm going to put it right there. Wipe the knife. Away from me is the loading, since I'm going to paint on the left side. Right there. Wipe the knife. When we wipe the knife, we have control on what colors we put where, because we know what I'm loading and I know what's going to happen there. So here's another stroke. Now when I look at this, I can right here take the paint, is very soft, and I can move it. See, he just make a nice little curve like the petal is going around. And now I'm going to come up in here this way. So now I made the petal go around, hugging the rose. Now we can add some more petals that are coming in front. For instance, we can have one going for us this way. Wipe the knife. Now we can go and have one going that way. I load the paint toward me, and we're going to have one going that way. Wipe my knife, pick up more paint, and I'm going to go ahead one toward me here. So I think we have enough beautiful petals in here, so we can start to enhance it with the background. Now I can add a little bit of petals right in here to make the rose. Pick up the paint I'm picking up the paint on the tip of my knife and spread it to go right there. My background color will be the background for where the leaves are going to be. So I'm picking up the sap green, the color we had there, go all the way to where the shadows, and you see you can't tell anymore that I put shadows right there. The viewer cannot really know how I painted that rose, and my knife has such a nice point that I can go all the way underneath, very next to the petals, without disturbing them. Now, if I want to shape the rose, I definitely can. The knife allows me to do that. I can move some strokes if I so choose. So I come up in here. Some dark colors right there. Make it blend with the purples. How much I want to do. So now I can take the paint with my knife and spread it. Now I will take a little bit of the background colors that I had here and just dirty this area. Since I'm going to have some white in here, I don't want it to stay white coming from the tube. So it will blend with the color that I have here and what I'm going to pull from this, and that will be just the look I want. So we'll turn it, wipe my knife, pick up white paint, and this upper part. when I put the background around my flowers, my bud, or my rose, I'm a little bit more careful, taking my time. Spread the paint on the canvas. I would like to show you how we're going to blend between the dark and the light. I'm cleaning my knife. Do the same stroke between the two colors. Some dark, some green goes on the white, and some white comes to the green, and this is perfectly all right with me, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to gradually go and blend. Now that we have done that, I have structure, do some works with my knife, things happen out there, things are growing, stems are coming, so just playing with my knife a little bit to pull paint different directions. I will switch to my smaller knife right now and use my medium green and introduce those leaves all over the picture. Switch now the board. We can get this one closer to me. And we'll introduce this medium green leaves everywhere on the canvas on the lower part. I pick up the paint loaded toward me and drag the paint from right to left, like this. This is mainly to introduce the color to the painting, so there will be some medium colors there. Now we're going to bring some stems in, some leaves in here. They will be more in a close focus. I'm going to have some in here, coming this way, maybe some here, and that's where the stem is going to be. Now we'll get some focus leaf that they will be brighter and they will be more structured. So I'm going to go ahead and do it here. It's easier for me if I turn my canvas this way, load the knife toward me, and start to put those along and pretty. Going this way, I'm saving a little bit of the dark of the background in the middle and see how effective it's going to be. Then one going this way. And I'm actually accomplishing this leaf for you with 4 strokes. This is my 3rd one, and this is my 4th one. And we got the leaf. Now the way the rose leaves are, there will be right here just exactly opposite each other, and they will be smaller than this one is. The knife toward me, away from me. Turn it again. 4 strokes. We can do a leaf with 1 stroke. We can do it with 4 strokes. It depends how perfect we want the leaf to look. Now we're going to do one going this way, and it's right in here, and going this way. And I'm saving a little bit of dark green, as you can see in the middle, and that's what creates the vein. And this is because I put a dark color first that way. We'll attach them to the main stem. Okay, good. Now we'll get stem of this one coming up here. Disappear into nothing. A little bit of the stamens. A little bit to this side, putting the paint and drag it. And we'll introduce now the other color, the turquoise that I told you. And I do it for strictly decorative reason, because this turquoise colors look very pretty with lavender. So we're going to take some of this color and introduce it to the painting like that. as things come toward the bottom of the canvas, they can get larger because things are closer to us. I'm going to hold it by sitting right here and going there. And one more. Okay. Now, if I have this color here, I'd like to introduce some of this color right here, close to this rose that I have, and a little bit in here. And we're going to do some suggested leaves showing up in this area. So that will tie the whole thing together. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you like this painting, please be in touch with me by my email ahuvashweiki@gmail.com and my website ahuvaartist.com. Thank you for watching.